This is a DVD review of a new DVD that just came out. It's called Dark Shadows, The Best of Barnabas. You can see Jonathan Frid as the iconic, most famous vampire since Dracula. The description reads on the front, the original Dark Shadows that inspired the movie. Of course, the movie is coming up in 4 weeks, actually. 4 weeks from today, in fact. This collection is 9 episodes, 3.5 hours on one disc. I'll read you the description on the back. Includes new introductions by Laura Parker, Angelique. From 1966 to 1971, the spooky ABC TV suspense series Dark Shadows thrilled an audience of 20 million viewers with a unique blend of gothic romance and supernatural horror. Dark Shadows became a pop culture phenomenon with the introduction of vulnerable vampire Barnabas Collins, a legendary role made famous by Jonathan Frid and by Johnny Depp in the motion picture remake. This collection offers 9 complete TV episodes that are among the most popular in the history of Dark Shadows, serving as an ideal introduction to new viewers as well as an enticing overview for veteran devotees. As a bonus, new introductions for each episode are included. And the 9 episodes, in the first episode we see Barnabas meeting Maggie Evans for the first time, played by the still lovely Catherine Lee Scott. And by the way, if Miss Scott sees this, I mean that. You are still lovely. You and Laura Parker both, actually. In the second episode, we see Dr. Julia Hoffman, played by the late Grayson Hall, attempting experiments on Barnabas to cure him of his vampirism. Unfortunately, her experiments cause him to age to his true 175 years. And the makeup he wears was designed by Dick Smith, who later also designed the makeup. Well, it really wasn't the design of. It was not really a design of makeup. It was something that he had used for Dustin Hoffman in the film Little Big Man. But he put a prosthetic on Jonathan Frid for House of Dark Shadows. In the third episode, we see Barnabas in 1795. Those first 2 episodes were set in then present day, which was the 60s. Then we go back to 1795 when Barnabas Collins rises as a vampire, and Angelique tricks Josette, also played by Catherine Lee Scott, to come to him at his mausoleum, the mausoleum where he has his casket, his coffin. In the 4th episode, we see Angelique causing Barnabas to become a victim of her dream curse. And what happened there was Barnabas had been cured by Dr. Julia Hoffman, but Angelique was able to put the bite, as it were, on Barnabas and turn him back into a vampire. Well, it wasn't her, actually. It was a bat. And then in 1897, Barnabas presents himself as a lost relative to the Collins family, which makes Quentin Collins a bit suspicious of him. Quentin was played by David Selby. He was a very popular character on the show as well, and there was even a theme song which was on the charts, on the Billboard charts for a while. And discovers that Angelique has traveled through the centuries, unfortunately for Barnabas. In the next episode, we had this group of supernatural beings called the Leviathans, and they revealed that they had taken control of Josette, and they transformed Barnabas back into a vampire, unfortunately. There was another episode which was set in present day, which doesn't seem to be listed here, in which Victoria Winters had a strange dream about Barnabas dying at the end. Oh wait, I think that was the Dream Curse episode. Angelique was masquerading as Cassandra Collins, the wife of Roger Collins, played by the late Louis Edmonds. and she had a dark wig, with dark hair on it. And then in Parallel Time 1970, a novelist, Will Loomis, played by John Carlin, sort of an alternative version of his character Willie Loomis, the one who released Barnabas Collins from his coffin in the first place. He captures Barnabas in his casket, demands an interview with him. As it mentions, he's a novelist. He's married to Carolyn Stoddard, played by Nancy Barrett. Quentin Collins is in that parallel time frame. He's married to Maggie Evans Collins. And interesting stuff going on there. In the final episode on this set, Angelique, disguised as Valerie Collins, who is married to Barnabas, causes Barnabas' new love, Roxanne, to suffer effects of the vampire. Roxanne Drew, who was a character on the show in the 1800s. This is really terrific stuff. It really is. This is a great disc. It's got some great episodes on it. Those who are more recent fans of Dark Shadows, like myself, I only came aboard during the 91 revival series as a fan of Dark Shadows. And I've actually seen several episodes of Dark Shadows when it was on Sci-Fi, but I have not been able to see all 1,225 episodes. I've seen a few of them from the original Dark Shadows series. But this is really a very, very good collection. Has some of the best episodes featuring the iconic vampire, the most famous vampire since Dracula. And it's a good representation of the character of Barnabas Collins. Of course, a lot of people criticize Dark Shadows for all the technical goofs that happen, especially on the set, where you would see a stagehand wander onto the set sometimes. Actors would flub lines. You would see the microphone, literally see the microphone sometimes in some frames, in some shots. You would even see an extra camera in some shots. But overall, this, for all the faults that Dark Shadows had as far as the technical stuff, it's really terrific horror drama. It's really great drama. It really is. And I would give this collection most certainly a 5 out of 5 stars. It's really got some great episodes on it, all introduced by the lovely, still lovely, Laura Parker. She is still lovely after all these years, Miss Laura Parker. And if you're looking for more information on Dark Shadows, go to www.collinwood.net. Also, go to Catherine Lee Scott's official website, catherineleescott.com, and Laura Parker's official website, lauraparker.com. Now, Catherine has a new book out called Return to Collinwood, which is all about her days on Dark Shadows, and also some behind-the-scenes stuff that you may not have known about from the original series, plus the 91 revival, the 2004 pilot that never aired on the Warner Brothers network, and the upcoming new movie, which is coming up in about 4 weeks, starring Johnny Depp as the iconic vampire, and directed by Tim Burton. So I do highly recommend getting this. It's available at Amazon. It's also available at mpihomevideo.com. Or you can just go to your local retailer and see if they carry it. So, yes, I highly recommend Dark Shadows, the best of Barnabas.